day is. I don't know what day, the 29th or 30th. I just want to show people, back to the crate thing. Now the fact that we're filming this might be a little bit of a distraction to the dogs, but essentially I should be able to get my dogs in and out without talking too much, because dogs don't talk to one another. The only reason I am talking is for the purposes of the camera. Normally I don't say a word. I come down here, I have my coffee, I don't get crazy here. So I'm going to let one dog out at a time. They may run over to the camera because it's interesting to them, but number one, they don't come out unless I give them a command. So they don't think independently. In fact, he sat, I say, okay, got it. Good boy, good boy, good. So that's kind of funny. And again, the prediction, my prediction was correct. They went to say hello to the camera person. I don't blame them. So I said, that was the only sounds I made. Then I'm going to my next victim here. Same thing applies to her. She can't come out. I didn't say anything. I'm not pushing, doing anything. Okay, girl. She goes straight out. No talk. Relaxed. I'm not rushing. This one's being patient. This is our wonderful Lynn, available for adoption. She's a good girl. Lynn, Jenny, Sarah, Penny, whatever her name is this week, Jade. She is whoever. Truth is, doesn't matter what her name is. Because again, we don't talk English. I've never watched them play out there and talk to each other by name. We're going to watch that. If anybody sees the dogs calling each other by name, let me know so I can commit myself to a mental institution. She's waiting patiently. Okay, girl. She's next out. And now I'm going to watch them do things. So the theme here is this. Their needs have to be met. So now they have to pee, I'm assuming. They were in there for 3 or 4 hours. They have, in 20 minutes, we can meet all their needs. They don't need as much social interaction as a single family, a single pet family. Then they need you to support them through physical contact. These dogs have each other. And you're going to see they're going to explode in play once they take care of the needs of relieving themselves. They have water available to them. If they don't, I provide it. They're stretching. So in 20 minutes, their needs are going to get met. They're going to be at this door wanting to come in because they're exhausted. They're going to be looking forward to den. Where is their den? In what we call cages or crates. That's their den. When there is no den, as you can see the holes, they create their dens. So if we were up in Alaska, you'd see dogs huddled in these little dens that if they make for themselves. And we're probably just cut for the purposes of boredom because they're peeing. In a little while, they're going to be crazy, look like they're killing each other. But the way this happens is that we are in charge. They know that. Not by screaming and yelling, by setting boundaries. So now I do want to interact with the dogs. I don't really want to, but I'm doing it for the purposes of this video. So there, I am in charge. This lunatic, I'm not fidgeting around. They're trying to get my attention. What do they look like? Children. But they're not. We have to agree on a couple of things. They're animals and they don't talk. Once we start, I start all my seminars with that in mind. And I don't have to talk. He's trying to get my attention like a child. What do I do? And I'm raising my leg. Good doggies. And that's all I got to do. Take charge of my backyard. Lynn is all set back, but good girl, babe. Good girl, babe. Whoa. Off. And they may fight with one another. But hopefully I'm going to stop the fight. And no different than children fighting. Lynn, they will fight at this water bucket. So just because dogs fight don't mean they need to be euthanized. Children fight. So if every child, every bully in 5th grade was euthanized because they picked on another kid or pushed another kid, obviously there would be no children left. So just because these are, look, there's no talk here. They're not talking to one another. Lynn's not saying, hey Clyde, let's run up the hill. And watch the level of play that we allow. I allow a lot of play. I don't interrupt it unless it becomes violent and so aggressive they're going to get hurt. And they understand it. Guys, good dog. Good. She's a jumper. I want to stop her from jumping. That's all. That's what I'm going to modify. And once we're going to cuddle for a few minutes, I like to get them over here. It looks like they're killing each other, but they're not. They play around each other's necks. There's no abuse here. They're not. I love this. This is how animals play. They are not children in that regard. Watch. When I come inside, Lynn will come over and she'll start getting in the middle of this. And watch this. Is it a dirty mess? Or is anybody hurt here? Is anybody going to get hurt? Maybe. Can children get hurt playing football? Oh yeah. There'll be a little fight. No pulled muscles. Maybe there will be. Can I say that these dogs aren't going to fight with one another? I can't say that. I say a dog will never bite. That's all. The only mechanism they have to interact or communicate is their mouth. And they resolve their conflicts violently. So if they're fighting over the water fountain over here, I don't know if you can get a close-up on that. This is all day long. So if you just understand the nature of the dogs, this is all play. Look, it looks like they're going to have a Lynn sandwich for lunch. Look, maybe an ear. Can an ear get bitten? Of course it can. Can a kid get a black eye? And this is all things we know, but when it comes to dogs, I'm here relaxed. I'm not screaming and yelling. I'm in charge. That's the bottom line. When I say in charge, that doesn't mean I'm running around with a stick screaming. I don't yell at all. I don't talk. The only reason I'm talking is for the purpose of human beings to understand. They already understand me. And we'll wait till it gets too much and I'll stop them by clapping my hands or something. That's all. Or saying, something. I don't need to know their names. I don't need to know their gender. This is a perfect example. These are all rescue dogs. I don't care if it's a pit bull, a Rottweiler. It doesn't matter if these were poodles out here. I'd be going through the same thing. And the other point that I wanted to make is it's okay that they bark and let me know that there's somebody in the woods or something, but they can't bark incessantly, nor can they make decisions. So people say, I want some guard dogs to protect my property. They don't have the moral capacity to decide who. So if a 12-year-old comes in, he don't know whether burglar or not. So we don't want that. We don't allow it. We don't allow out aggression towards humans, period. We don't allow aggression towards each other. You'll see them getting crazy. And this is something they understand. You may not understand it. They get this down. This is how they play. They hunt. This is how they develop their hunting skill. Now, if another dog came in the backyard, it may be an ugly situation. I'm not suggesting that it's not. And this is not an exact science, right? So he said, I had enough. There's no fear here. If they were afraid of this was abusive, this is all play. Rough play. But if you have teenagers, adolescent kids, they play rough. And that doesn't mean, this is very natural. That's all I'm saying. And at the end of this 10 or 15 minutes, I'm gonna have them go back in their crates without talking to them. I'm not gonna talk. So I think of things in my mind as their needs been met. I'm not leaving them out here in the rain. I provide them shelter. I provide them food. I provide them water and play. So again, if I had a single dog, I would have to be interacting. And if you can't spend a half an hour 4 or 5 times a day with a dog, you shouldn't have a dog. You should not have a dog. So if you can't say, okay, well, it's okay you go to work for 8 hours, but that means when you come home, you have to spend an hour interacting with your dog till they're so tired they want to go into their crate and their den. If you can't do that, you shouldn't have a dog. You shouldn't have 5 children if you can't afford to feed the 5 children. This is X-rated. And this is not, doesn't matter if it's neutered, male or female. These are acts of play and dominance. And this to me is amazing. I can watch this all day long. It's better than watching any television show. I can watch these animals, rescue dogs. This dog has been in this pack, Lynn, for a week and a half. Not even. A week and a half. I don't want them humping, so I clap my hands. Where'd they come? Right to me. Hi, babe. Hey, babe. Let me go out in this muddy cesspool. They come to me. I'm not asking him. I didn't say C-O-M-E. He went to jump on me, he backed off. And they might fight over my affection. If I get down low and start petting one, they might fight over my affection. Children do it all the time. They want mommy or daddy's attention. My point is, we don't talk in English. I mean, yeah, we talk in animal. They understand this. This is what they understand. And in a minute, I'm going to end it, and I want them all to go into their crates one at a time for the purposes of our video. So I'm going to decide who. You can back up a little, camera lady. I'm going to let my friend Clyde in first. Okay. Watch how I do this. One, doggy, no talking. Get some treats. Little treats, because he's eaten his meals already. This is just in addition to. Count how many times I have to talk. Excuse me, camera lady. Roger's next on the list. She may go running up to the camera. Nice and tired. Here's my next one. Walk nice, look how relaxed. Okay. Oh, then we relax. Now this is three dogs. This is 3 dogs. I could have 5 dogs. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter their breed. This nonsense about pit bulls and Rottweilers, they are all dogs. We don't start segregating the Irish kids from the German kids. It's ludicrous. They're done. So in 15 minutes, their needs have been met. Is this unfair? Of course not. They want to be here. They don't want to protect the house. They don't want to rip my... They don't know why a tree is growing in my living room. They can't figure that out. They don't know what a Christmas tree is. So the only thing they do with that is urinate on it. Would they be wrong? Of course not. It's a tree. I can't explain to them that's the Christmas tree, guys. All right, no barking. That's enough. We got the idea. Thank you.